And it all started with one article. I read an article about a dude, how he was getting tacked every day. They were like tacking his car and doing all this stuff and this and that. And he was just talking about how putting food on the table. And, you know, I'm doing masonry. I started doing masonry at $6 an hour. So, I mean, obviously I got raises, but like, that tells you everything you need to know. And I think it's a dead trade, kind of, unless you're doing it for yourself. Because, like, you just don't make enough.
That's hard work.
And I like it. You get used to it after a while. But, I mean, I actually enjoy it. I actually like it. Especially stonework. Stonework's just perfect. Stonework's perfect because you got tension always, because you're holding the stone just right, and you can't smear. So, and stone's still kind of heavy, but it ain't over heavy. But you always have tension where you're holding things just right while you're buttering with one hand and everything, and then like you always just have tension everywhere.
You like build like walls out of it, or?
Yeah, well, yeah, you already have kind of the wall built. You already have like a special wire up, and the wire's up. Then you parge the wire for strength, and then you stick it to that.
Okay.
And so you kind of just stick it, suctions right on.
What do you usually like? What do you make? Like, what's the most common thing that you make?
For
walls, or like when you're working on all that stuff?
Stone, just stone. You know, stone house, like stone in a house.
Like build like a whole house, or?
Well,
like,
the house is already built, but
and they put it around the outside.
Yeah, the stone or brick. Brick. We do a lot of brick job. You know, and then like foundations and like all that Kroger add-on. We did all that. We done everything, like every town over, like all the big jobs. Did. OSU campus, like some of that stuff back when we used to do a lot of commercial when I first started.
Okay.
Like, well,
how long did you do
$6 an hour? It's kind of like Bear Creek, where you just kind of go in and do seasons. It's like the opposite. When I used to work at Bear Creek, I go Bear Creek in the off season when it's cold, and then I go right back to that as soon as it warms back up again. So basically, you work 3/4 out of the year. And then Bear Creek, it's just kind of like 1/4 out of the year. So I don't know. I got a lot of seasons in. Yeah, probably about 15 maybe. I took time off sometimes. Like sometimes I just didn't do it for like 3-4 years.
I still talk about, because you did that, you have like the craziest grip strength that I've ever felt anyone have.
If it wasn't for my hand getting crushed, you wouldn't believe how crazy my grip was. This hand lost, when they did the testing on it, and when they tested, I lost like a lot. Like when I first initially hurt my hand, I lost a lot of grip in my left. And this one's stronger, and this, you don't understand, my left was ridiculous. And so it kind of bothers me, but my kids got me some grip testers, so I've been using them.
I guess if you're holding the stones like you were talking about, you were probably picking them up with your left hand and then putting the stuff on them with your right?
Well, no, I'll hold them with my right. I was just showing you that. I can kind of do a little bit of both things, like, but not my ambidextric, but but I just kind of like to be able to use both hands, so I practice.
Did you grow up around Newark or Buckeye Lake, or?
East End Newark.
Like your whole life you basically lived around there?
I don't consider that like my hometown though, because I don't remember a lot of it then. Like, you know, I was young. Like when I was in Newark, I was usually like on Hudson. Like I grew up on Hudson, so I kind of consider that kind of more hometown. But I always consider myself kind of like Buckeye Lake was my hometown. Even though I don't know why.
So you do like most of your growing up in Buckeye Lake, or?
Yeah.
That's kind of like I was born in Lancaster, and like then I moved up here like kindergarten or something. So like I barely even, like, I tell people I was born there, but like I don't know, like basically raised in Newark. Like,
like the East End part, I don't really remember that part. It's like, you know, probably like 5 and below. I don't really have much childhood memory. Otherwise, I walked everywhere, just like we knew this town left and right. Same way with Buckeye Lake. And I basically lived like a little bit everywhere, but like mostly Buckeye Lake was kind of like where I'd always like return to, because I moved a lot. But like I lived in Columbus, I lived in Zanesville, like just kind of hop one city over to the next kind of thing.
What made you want to try jiu-jitsu when you first started it?
That's a good question, as I used to know the answer. Actually, no, that was something else. I'm trying to think of the real answer. But,
do you remember the first time you did jiu-jitsu? Or any kind of grappling?
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. No, I'm gonna tell you why. And that's why, like, I've even mentioned it to you probably 3 times, so it'll probably make sense. This is why. I got invited, well, shit, this just sounds wrong, but it is what it is. Mark Matheny invited me to a free class. And we were doing drop falls. So literally we're jumping off a little chair and smacking her on our back, and I don't know, you know, it's not first class for nobody. and I've never been able to do them very good.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna hurt myself trying to do the drop fall. I'm gonna shatter all my elbows. And so like drop falls ain't for me. But I kind of get the concept, and I do think they're important.
Yeah.
They're not important for me. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so that was a shitty first class, but then something happened at the end that got me into it though. At the end, I just seen two people roll. I seen a guy about 185, and at this time it was in the Gold's Gym place. So this other meathead, I see him around Newark a lot. He's a good guy, a real big guy. He's got like shoulder pads.
Yeah.
And like he's like 6'4" WWE. And so that's what got my attention. Sorry, indigestion. He's going against this 185 guy, and the 185 guy's a stout 185. Like, you know, you could probably play football or something like that.
Yeah.
But he's pretty stout 185, not like just ripped, but you could tell he's tough. And so the one guy's playing guard and whatever, pretty much. The 185 guys, you would probably, but I mean, just the fact that the bear's on top of him and you can barely see the guy, and the bear gives up. It's like, okay, you got my attention. What is this shit? Kind of like that. I don't know. That was the first big impression, and then like I did Ben Bisso's, and I enjoyed it there. There was a lot to learn stuff. It was kind of mixed. Like the training was kind of mixed and all over the place a little bit, and I think if you like, then I was still pretty banged up, but I still wanted to learn. I just try to hide all the bad days. You just kind of get together just enough to come train because you still like this stuff. It doesn't matter if your body's banged up. Yeah. So I kind of so I don't get to train a lot, but still I never thought it was broken down the steps, like to where I could actually learn this stuff. Yeah. So it was like, you know, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, I got a good workout, and I definitely liked the people I trained with. Yeah. And I just didn't click. I didn't click there. I never like really clicked with them so much as an instructor. Yeah. But I've always respected him. Yeah. Like rubber titanium legs, what's not to like about that? Yeah. Literally looks at me, and I let him do this, by the way. I don't know why, because it kind of jolts you a little bit, but he ain't too bad. He's got a lot of control. But I literally show like he'll look at me face to face and kick me in the back of the head. Like literally just flip it over and somehow kick me with the heel in the back of the head, and he'll control it. It just kind of knocks you a little. Yeah. And I used to think that was cool shit. Like, so if I took somebody in there, I'd have them kick me in the back of the head. And then like, that's all you gotta know. Yeah. But yeah, he was a pretty cool guy, but just, this is my place. Yeah.
What do you feel like was like different about like the way that we train compared to what you were doing before?
Well, first of all, the other part that I liked about it, this was after I kind of starting to understand what this jiu-jitsu thing is that I like. But I remember Eddie Bravo's speech that also kind of turned me on 10th Planet, because he was talking about ignoring 50% of the body, and that just made so much sense. Like, so I just want to throw that out there, because that was kind of like the early stages of like epiphanies of figuring like how cool BJJ is. Yeah. And so what was that question one more time? I'm trying to
like, what do you think was different about like when you started training with us compared to like what you were doing before? Like what made
I could learn.
You could learn?
I could learn.
What was?
I've never seen anybody like come into this place and not progress. I've never seen it. Yeah. Nobody. Like if you just try and apply, you're there, man.
What do you think the difference is though?
I think the system's great. Yeah. I think the system is just amazing. Yeah. Like, I do.
Yeah. That's something like I constantly go in and I try to like watch everyone all the time, and if I feel like progress starts to slow, then I just change up like what we're doing, like the class format, things like that. Or sometimes even if people, like I can see that they're getting bored, then we'll change up and like, it's like, oh, we'll do more drilling and we'll like go a little harder today because I want to, like, you know what I mean, up the energy in the room almost. Like I don't want people to feel like they're bored and they're not getting anything out of it. And then also like sometimes you don't want to go too hard because then you're going to burn them out. You just like red line too much, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's when injuries start to happen. You constantly just go too hard all the time, and it's like you can't learn that way all the time, but you need that sometimes. Like you need that like intensity, but then you also need the technical part of it, where you want to go nice and slow and figure out how to do things the right way, and so make sure you build that good understanding.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what was the injury that actually took you out for a little while?
I still don't necessarily know, man.
Yeah.
Like I basically, my IT band's jacked. That's been confirmed.
Yeah.
Like
just giving you problems in
through
like
my
your knee
physical
and your
training.
hip, or?
Through my physical training, they eventually determined it was that. And then I went through a new physical therapist, and of course I had to explain to her. She thought that my other physical therapists were all stupid. She was just on a whole nother level. She kind of like, she wasn't very open-minded.
Yeah.
That was the one that thought strength would fix everything, and then it took epiphany for her to figure out my IT band was still jacked. Even after I told her the head guy at the old physical therapy place said that, but then she finally realized that. But like, basically where I'm having trouble is hip down. It's actually a little higher, but I just try to not make it so complicated. I've done all the iliacus and psoas, and I've been trying to do like everything. I got a tool for them that digs in there. I still think there's still a little bit of work to be done, but I think it's more like the femoral passage this way in the front. I'm trying to release it. There's a lot of scar tissue. But I think right now, like, I've learned to decompress nerves, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I've done one, but if you can do one, it can be done.
Yeah.
And I got feeling in my 3 fingers finally. The ones that's always been, they're still a little singed, but not like, I got like a lot of the feeling back. And it was just from suctioning and then scraping. And I fixed something right here. And right after I fixed it, I got feeling back in these fingers. So that gave me a lot of hope. I still have a lot of damage right around this scar tissue here. And I still get the nerve damage here to here, but it stops about right here now. So it's like kind of here to here. I'm like super stoked about that. And then I had a giant, I'm all over the place.
How do you learn how to do stuff like that?
I have no choice. I have no choice.
Just like watch online, or?
Well, that too. Well, yeah, I watched like, you know how algorithms, and the algorithms kind of eventually got me dialed in.
Yeah.
Like they got me dialed in on like all the symptoms, everything. So like even in the shoulder, they got me dialed into like where I'm right in the areas where I have to be. I might be screwed a little bit. They wanted to do back surgery on me again. I got pictures of all this stuff, but like they
You got like metal stuff in your neck, don't you?
Yeah, I got titanium carbon fiber neck, and then I got the old shit in my back. I got like I can show you a picture, but it'd take a minute.
That's all good.
But like there's like 2 screws, like they're pretty big, dude. They're pretty gnarly on the thing, but there's like 2 screws like this, and then there's just rods and pins.
They ever still bother you?
Not really, but I'm not pinned up right, and I know it.
Yeah.
Like I think that's why my left's always been caught.
Yeah.
That's why I always told you, I always kind of feared that
like
maybe
from
I
the stuff
can't
in your
fix
back?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had a failed surgery, and it was for the largest nerve in your body, basically your cable wire, and because your piriformis, that's like your largest nerve. That's a big ass nerve. Sorry about my language.
No, that's all good.
I've had really bad language the last couple years. It just went to crap on me with my injury.
Nobody's worried about it.
But so where I'm dealing with is basically just hip down. Some of this, like where it attaches to the rib cage, and it has something to do with some of the shoulder, but the shoulder's pretty gnarly up here. And so, I mean, there's not much I can do, but it's perfect for jiu-jitsu. Now, boxing, the problem with boxing is you're throwing those hooks repetitively in the areas that it doesn't necessarily glide right, so it really inflames it. And then you get thoracic inlet syndrome or something, where the nerve gets caught in here, and the first rib in your neck, like where you go in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's like your first rib. And like there's a real good release. It's like sometimes I can just dig in there real deep, and you just kind of pull all the way back and then shift it back, and they'll keep your first rib kind of nice. You want to dig both directions a lot, but I released all that myself. But I had a giant gnarly knot here, like it was ridiculous, and it kind of moved all the way up my arm, and now it's just like one that feels like a hard metal BB, and it don't get no smaller, but it's about right here. It's actually right there right now. Might be able to feel it, but that used to be right there.
Yep.
But that used to be a giant, like all where you're trying, all that goes together. It was all like melded together, like it was crazy. And then when I got that worked out, I worked that out right after I got rid of the physical therapist. And when I worked all that out, my shoulder started to get back to where it was here. It's still messed up, but like I can do this for sure.
Yeah.
And I can do it good now. But I can't bench. If I bench it, like you just feel it all like buckle, and like I'm not probably attached right here either. Like I think I broke it, and I just never really messed with it. And even my neurologist thought it needed pinned up. So I mean, neurologist was pretty smart. But like when they did all my stuff, they were supposed to look at my neck, and I just don't really have the money to go in and out of the doctors. They've exhausted me on all this.
Yeah.
So I'm not going, but I know they don't say I need neck surgery, and it would have been attached to that, but I probably already fixed it enough to where it don't matter.
Yeah.
But the problem with my leg was basically all the individual nerves, and I think it might just be because of that femoral nerve in the front. I still have a lot of damage where it attaches to the pelvic, and I can feel it grab there. I released some of it, like I released certain parts of it. I think I still have a little mini treble psoriasis. But I'm not sure, because it's not, you can tell when it's messed up, and now it don't feel as bad. But so really I'm just stuck right here, femoral nerve.
Yeah.
And all the other nerves are attached off of that. There's another one right here, it could be. There's another one right here, it could be a peripheral nerve. And I thought this was compressed at first. I don't necessarily so much now, but my calcaneus, this part was way off in my heel. And like, the only way you'd believe any of this stuff is if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Like I've had all I finally got my hip moving. So when I get back here, I'm gonna be like a lot better. And I got my hip opened a little bit. It may never be right because of all the scar tissue, but if I can just get this nerve to release, I'm gonna be a lot better than when I was here before, because I've had to deal with things that you have no choice to deal with.
Yeah.
Like basically I'm ground up training right now. I have to retrain, relearn my muscles, like a lot of twitch, like kind of standing like where you're under this hip to strengthen this hip, like everything's all on it. It's just twitching, as dumb as that sounds, because it's teaching the muscle to relearn. And I kind of just got to relearn all the way up. A lot of like the little angle pads and a lot of that. I've had to reteach all my stability. And then like where your ankle right here is, like it was all messed up, like it was towed in.
Yeah.
So I messed everything up.
Huh.
Like I think when I was using some of the one things I was injecting, I got videos of showing you some of the shit you wouldn't believe in. I injected straight into my Achilles tendon, which I should have.
Injected what?
Peptide at Hill.
Okay.
BP 157.
It worked?
It got better,
okay,
but I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Usually I'll research a little bit. Usually
yeah,
I ain't just so crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I just figured it'd help.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have done it, because if you read up on it, doing that, you have a very high chance of I could have ruptured it right then and there.
Huh.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So I got cool video though.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, I did that, and injecting my heel a lot. That helped a lot. Injecting the bottom of my feet. I injected everywhere.
You got a lot of very different like healing type stuff that I know you're always into.
Yeah,
like, do you still do the thing where you sleep outside for a month or whatever?
This is the first year I didn't.
You didn't?
Well,
where does
did
that come from?
1 year before.
Is that like an Indian thing? You said?
Well, I think so. That sounds crazy, but I think, dude, I can.
I feel like
trouble.
you remember telling me
I
about
can
like
get
the
in
moon
trouble.
cycle. Or
Okay, I think the Indians are a lost tribe at Gad. That's a dangerous thing to say, but I really believe it. I believe they're the lost tribe of Gad. And
what's Gad?
It was. Oh, we're getting in trouble there.
It's all good.
But anyway, it was a Hebrew tribe.
Okay.
There were different tribes, different wives. So in my opinion, they didn't all look the same. But anyway, we'll leave that be. And I can prove that, by the way, too. Because if you use a concordance takes words back to the original. I only like to study it from the OG, like the original anything. Because if you don't know the history, like, I don't know, people change history all the time. They change everything. They change the law. They change everything. So the only way you'll know anything is if you go back before that word got changed, like 1842. But we'll leave that be. But like, no, it's just the way I think on learning. And the tribe of Gad was represented by a tent. What more than the Indians could be represented by a tent? And but I don't know. And then also like it even tells you what other two tribes made the tribe of Gad, which is dangerous because you could check in. I believe it's Cycle Chronicles. Anyway, I could find it in 5 minutes if I had to. But you concordance about these generals, and it even tells you the 2 tribes that made the tribe of Gad, like that particular. But anyway, because you had different tribes, you had tribe of Judah, you had tribe, all these different tribes, and they were all different. And then they had all these, they had crazy formations when, like, let's say they were on conquest and going across the road, whatever, I don't know, warring or whatever, and all that stuff. Like, it wasn't like genocide. They weren't just killing people. They were fighting giants. But they don't tell you about all this because they were fighting the Star of Rephaim or whatever. What people call the Star of David now. There ain't no such thing as the Star of David in the Bible. It's not even in there. But there's this other star. Oh, getting in trouble. But anyway, they warred against these giant tribes, and I used to know exactly
like the actual giants.
They were giants, yeah. They're different, different statutes. Some ain't as big as others. Some, some are like 8-10 feet tall. But like, the story of David and Goliath and all that, and they got a skull of like with a freaking rock hole right in the middle. It's about the size of Goliath, which I think is kind of cool skull. Yeah. But and his brothers were huge too. But like I believe that they warred with these giants. That's why all the mounds find them everywhere. I used to have a great documentary about the one across the street from me. Well, they seem to just disappear all the time, especially in the last 5 years when information got really weird. But like right at the mound, the Great Circle Mound or whatever, they keep changing the name of it. But the mound builders, is what I always call it. But that mound there, they dug up some Nephilim. And Nephilim in Hebrew means fallen ones. Okay. In Greek,
got like a tribe of giants.
Yeah, in Greek it means giants. Okay. So it's self-explanatory in Greek. But and they're 4-plated skulls. They're not human. Humans have 3 plates. It splits into 3 plates. These have 4 plates. It goes around the side, and there's like 2, like a square in the back. But they have 4 plates and elongated skulls, kind of like the forehead of Rockefeller. But like anyway, and the Smithsonian, the basement of them, they got mounds of this stuff, and they don't really know what to do with it, because if they did anything with it, they'd have to rewrite everything. So like, and McGraw-Hill probably wouldn't like that in our textbooks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now we're getting. Yeah.
Do you think I don't think I've talked to you about.
Oh, by the way, and back to what I was saying, Tribe of Gad. Guess what else they found? They found a Paleo-Hebrew. The most precious thing in archaeology is these tablets that they're finding, right? These tablets. And what was it written in? Paleo-Hebrew. Again, Cherokee Mound, Tribe of Gad. And they were giant slayers. And they kicked ass at it. And I like that. I love natives. Yeah. You have some crazy natives. Like, I mean, Blackfoot, from what I understand, there's some scary shits. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I mean, history's gonna say whatever. I mean, you don't just trade blankets of smallpox and do shit like that to savages. So you'll never convince me they were savage at all.
The giants?
Well, the Indians.
The Indians, yeah.
Well, I think natives were a tribe. I think a lot of people, well, we'll get all trouble on that one. I don't really want to touch that, but like, anyway, it's pretty relevant today, but like, can't touch that subject.
Yeah. What do you think about Tartaria and all that stuff?
It's an interesting subject.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely believe that they built the Wall of China.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only practical. And I actually think in history it was called something else. But I mean, that's something interesting. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm hell bent on that. Yeah. But yeah.
You get very deep into all that, the Tartarians?
Yeah, I look at it a lot.
Yeah.
It's just.
What do you think happened to all of them?
The old maps. They're on the old maps.
Yeah.
Like, it's just there's so much to it all. I can't really I'm just taking in stuff all the time on it. Yeah. But I believe, here's what's funny, you play those old Final Fantasy games, they talk about Aether. Aether used to be on the periodic tables, AE. And Aether ain't just air, it's the charge. But it's funny because you play these little video games with all this lore or whatever, and they're using all this stuff to run like everything mechanical and electric, and that technology's here. Yeah. It never left. Like, I'm telling you right now, you take me down to I don't even like that place, but you take me down to that one place, what is that place? Harbor Freight. I can't stand that place. They got shitty tools. That stuff's garbage. And then they want to sell you a membership. I tried to talk my son out of it. He had a lot of money, And he was young, he wanted to get his first tool set. Man, that poor kid, he could have just bought an all-in-one Craftsman thing for a couple $100 and been rolling. And he did eventually, but like, he lost like $400 in junk-ass tools, and they're not even worth taking them back to get them replaced. They're so crappy.
Yeah.
But anyway, the good thing that they have there, they have magnets. You go down there, you get you a couple magnets, you get you a spool of copper, and you get you a light bulb, and I'll show you how to do free electricity. Dead serious. That technology, we've always had stuff like that. They don't want us to know. It's like Tesla, when Tesla did everything, you know, and he's explaining to them, hey, you don't understand, it's all free. And they're like, where do we put the meters in?
Yeah.
And then they pulled his funding because he didn't understand.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like Tesla,
he's like one of the most interesting dudes. Yeah.
Yes, not to be confused with the car bum.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Musk fan. I used to be. I loved everything about him. I used to run my business and study Elon Musk all the time.
Yeah.
He worked hard, you know, man never slept, man, but he was ambitious. I loved everything about him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not big on the Baphomet armor.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. He's a gatekeeper.
Yeah. What do you think happened to all the Tartarians?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know exactly who they are or where. I mean, what I'm saying is the map areas. There's so many. You got to go back and look at old maps.
I think that was in like around Europe is where like they were supposedly at.
Yeah, I'd have to look at an old map and kind of jump on it. But I mean, I did know a lot about it, and I still kind of do. I'd be kind of guessing.
Like all the old buildings and stuff that supposedly they build, and all the mud floods and.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder how they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, now
like some of the buildings were so like intricate and stuff that like they don't even make buildings like that today.
Yeah.
And they have like way better technology supposedly
and
today.
It's literally like just, we'll take half of you and start over.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and they're everywhere.
How do you feel about Antarctica?
Antarctica.
You into that one?
Oh yeah, you got
Admiral Byrd.
Admiral Byrd, yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Cook. And all.
You think there's anything down there?
In Antarctica?
Yeah. Anything we don't know about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Big of a ice wall.
Like people hiding down in there? Or?
Oh, I don't know so much about that. Bikini Island,
yeah.
1940s. I mean, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of goofy.
Is that where like there's like a
nest of grays,
like a whole nother land like over the ice wall or something like that?
Well, no, here's why I think that's funny, because a true stranger in fiction, Bikini Bottom, and you know the cartoon SpongeBob and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, supposedly the government was digging in the 40s and they came across a nest of grays, and you know, alien species. To me, they're demons. I don't believe in extraterrestrial. That just means extra land. That's all that means. Like the wording.
Yeah.
So, but like, I don't know. I don't believe in aliens. I just believe there's different. I just believe there's demons.
Yeah.
And I just believe they try to make everything bigger and less special. You know, we're primordial soup, spinning through, hurling through endless cosmos, and it's bigger than all of us. We're nothing, or nothing, or nothingness. I mean, they're just belittling us. Like, and they know what they're doing. That's what I think. I mean, how many times you'll move the sun back? Let's just make it quadrillion miles. Like, I mean, it was like 1 million miles at one time.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell it's at now. Actually, I probably do. It's a lot. What is it? I actually forget.
I have no idea. But I do think that it actually is. Now that you mention it, I think I have heard that it's like
they've moved it
supposedly closer.
Times. Oh no, that was the moon. I think that was like probably. That was about four or 5 years ago. They said they actually found out that, like, they didn't talk about it too long because they had to answer questions then. But they said they realized the moon is in our atmosphere. So how'd you go to the moon?
Yeah.
Outside our atmosphere.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you know how I'm a little weird about the moon. I think the moon's a map.
You think it's a map?
I think it's a map. If you look at the moon, I got photos on here to try and explain it. They're like I don't know. Like that, if that's true, then there's extra land, because there's extra land from the moon. But the moon has all of our continents on it. I think it's a very sophisticated navigation tool. So much that literally like that has a reflection of the land, and in a way where you can pretty much see no matter where you're at in the world, how to navigate. Like, it's crazy. I'm not saying I have navigation down, but I know a lot more than most people.
Okay.
I know globing don't help you get nowhere.
That's the first time I've heard that one.
And like on a real map, it kind of makes, yeah, anyway. Pearl Harbor is pretty easy on a real map.
Yeah.
Like look at a Gleason map, a map that says it's real. 100 years ago, that was taught in schools before all the propaganda came in and all the money and control of NASA and funding. That map, look at that map and see how fast it'd take to, Pearl Harbor. Not very far away.
Yeah.
There's a lot of extra stops you got to make when you do flights. Flight paths say a lot, man. Flight paths, you'll figure things out real fast. Like for every area.
Yeah,
everything's flight
sense.
level. Everything's flight level. When you're, I don't know about you, but from what I understand, Elon Musk, I'm sorry, I hope you're having fun because I am, but yeah, I'm getting a little weird on you. But Elon Musk, like, you're driving a car. I'm not saying it was him. I don't know if they claim it was or not, but I say he's driving a car in space, right?
That was just a dummy. It was a dummy.
Okay, well, I got a problem with that. Where's all the frost? Negative 400 degrees Celsius. Oh, where's your mirror? Oh, I can't expose the fourth wall. That's the golden rule. Never a fourth wall, never a full panoramic view when you're just playing with the same wire for an hour on the space station. I'm just gonna tinker with this wire for here forever. I'm just gonna bang this tool. Literally, it's like Minecraft. Like, I don't get it. Like, come on. Like, oops, I forgot the bird's eye view. Right before the 330,000 foot jump, I like that 33 number. I won't go there.
Yeah,
there's another number. Well, no, it would be bad.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to be Bryce Mitchell. I'm on the same page with him 100%.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff. I don't think he can describe flat Earth for shit, but like, Bryce Mitchell knows his shit. He tries, like, I don't know, man. I try to listen to describe flat Earth. I'm like, no. Like, he's going like intricate, but you don't need to. You got water physics, really easy. How's a compass work? First of all, you hold it flat. How's a gyroscope work? Like, there's just so many things that already are simple science for everything. And then the old tools we used to have, like these little things that just do it all. Like, we had all these tools, all those things, like, show you something's wrong. And like, I don't believe I don't believe that the Earth is flat. I definitely don't think it's a dumb disc in space. That's like a pancake in space. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
That's dumber than being a globe. But but I believe old words matter. Old words were real. A plane, wood plane, it flies on a level. A wood plane, planes wood on a level, or shaves it or whatever. But anyway, the word means a lot, plane. And Earth's a plane. But anyway, that's a little weird, but not so much a planet. But anyway, the old word I'm getting at, it would be hemisphere. I believe we're a hemisphere. That word's 100% correct, down to a T. Even a compass is built like a hemisphere. I believe we're a hemisphere. I believe there's water above. I believe there's water below. I believe there's a dome. And that makes it a hemisphere. I believe we're level with elevation. I don't believe nobody's upside down.
Yeah.
And you don't need any theory to prove it. Like, everything would back that. If that was true, if we were a snow globe, I'm just goofing off. But if we were, right, let me prove real quick to you, you don't need gravity. Okay, so we're not upside down. Now all we need is density and buoyancy. If I drop styrofoam on the water, density and buoyancy, it's simple science, it's proven, it ain't a theory, it works. It works in a snow globe, it works for us. All you need is density and buoyancy, period. Mercury, you drop mercury, it's on float. Crazy, huh? But density and buoyancy. Gravity don't do shit about it.
Yeah.
I never did show you my videos where I zoom in boats over the imaginary curve. Bill Nye, I used to love Bill Nye as a kid.
Yeah.
Dude, I would probably punch him in the face. Like, I could. He's a smart ass anyway. He'd probably smart off to me, and I probably would. I could punch him in the face now. That's how much I like Bill Nye.
Yeah.
I could definitely punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Not feel bad about it.
You still believe a lot of the stuff he said, or
hell
opposite?
No. Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Did you believe it when you were younger, though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember taking that blue board and he takes like the blue water board or something, and he lays it out and gives it a slight bend, and he takes the boat and slides it back until it's at your vanishing point. And if I want to be a vanishing point there, it would just look like one, but it represent your vanishing point. It made perfect sense, because that's what you think you see, but you don't. I didn't know nothing about art or vanishing point then, and your vision's just limited. All it did is went out your vanishing point. It didn't go below no curve. All you have to do, you can even take your phone and just zoom in a little, and you'll see that boat just slightly come back, and it won't, like, I don't know. But it's really cool when you do it from miles and miles away with the most powerful zoom camera in the world.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I remember you talking about getting that camera so you could do that.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. I'd take it with me on vacation almost all the time. Yeah, but I stopped doing my Sabbaths. So I've been living like a heathen anyway, and I don't want to get mixed up with the Jews. Like, I know it's horrible, but like, I stopped. I'm just a horrible person. I don't like it. It bothers me, because it was like that was my way of standing up to every injustice in this world, is just kind of marching to my own tune and doing my own thing. So in a sense, I feel like I sold out to myself, even though I didn't. But like, times are tough, man. Yeah. Like, it's hard to put food on the table and stuff like that. So, yeah. And it's been really hard holding jobs like where you're more concerned about the moon cycles and stuff. So, but yeah, like, so that's a big change for me. And I felt like a big disconnect when I quit doing that, but like, it is what it is. I mean, maybe one day I might do it again. Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, I just got to get more independence, but it's pretty crappy. I'm not happy about it, but then again, I don't want people to think I'm like anything Jewish or anything. Like, I have no problem against anybody. I like everybody. But when you realize what's going on around you, you're going to get Bryce Mitchelled anyway. Yeah. Because, see, in the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9, and then another chapter over, it's real easy to remember, because it's chapter 3, verse 9. It gets really scary in the days we're living. It talks about the synagogue of Satan. It pretends to be Jews. And even Jesus was having problems with them at the time. And like, it was crazy. They called them broods of vipers and stuff like that. It's crazy. And what's funny is the real Jews even protest these Jews that use it as anti-Semite. You're going to federal prison. You know, so it's a perfect cover-up. And then you get into, is it the Orsini or Massini family? Because I learned a lot from that one day, where you're like, the names. Well, the Rockefellers and Rothschilds hide behind it, because they change their names all the time. But like, it's either Orsini or Massini. But that's like, that was theirs. I think it might, I can't remember. It's either with an M or, it might be Orsini. But anyway, forgot what I said. But anyway, they hide behind that. So now you're anti-Semite, and everybody knows these guys are real pieces of crap, like George Soros and stuff like that. So what they've done is they created a Federal Reserve created nation in 1940. I like to say 47, but anyway, 48. I'll say 47, 48. But it was kind of like, I don't know. I've seen it both ways, kind of. Yeah. But 1948, and then right after that, you had like literally, like, everything was all created like one after another, 1 year after another, like the Mossad and like CIA. I mean, that's kind of odd. And I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, but I'm just saying, like, it's not the same, really. You got a patriarch that's been around for thousands of years, and then you got a place that was just created 50 years, and they're not the same. And here we are today, and they're talking about beheading people and weird stuff. Like, they're really wanting, like, they want stricter anti-Semite laws for people like me, and they don't hate nobody, just bad people. Yeah. And okay, for example, they just caught like these 17 pedophiles, and they're part of this certain cult, the fake Jew cult. Oh man, I'm ruining your podcast.
No, you're good.
But you might not see law feed on them, because they usually never report them. Yeah. And guess what they're gonna do? They're bringing them to America. They're coming up to New York with the Jewish mayor that everybody thinks Muslim, because they use all these things together as weapons. So that right now, the Muslims are gonna get us. The Muslims are gonna get us. That's what they're gonna do. When Zionism's already got us, like. Wow, man, we've given so much money away. Why don't we just quit giving money? Why don't everybody just stop paying federal taxes altogether, which you can. I got videos. Oh, they made a new video. How stupid. See, truth in plain sight is really important to certain cults. So they have to, that way they don't have bad karma come after them. If I wanted to do some really heinous things, right, I could be released of the karma if I put the truth in plain sight to where you're accountable. So they use TV to do that a lot, where they'll literally tell you right away. They'll tell you certain things, and then you'll be like, oh, they didn't mean to say that, or they didn't do that, but they did. Well, the Federal Reserve just told us again it was a voluntary tax. I got 2 videos now, and they're a pain in the ass to get, but I can pull up both. I can pull them up anytime. I've been getting real good at finding them, just not on Google. But it's a voluntary tax. If we all start paying, if everybody stops paying federal tax, we quit funding all these outside things that are against us, and then we may never have water law. Well, water law is what's taken over. Water law is basically Great Britain. And that's all I'm gonna say. It ain't always that. It can be Admiralty Maritime, Military Tribunal. But if you go to traffic court, you're gonna see a gold fringe. Oh my gosh. This is just me. That's
all good.
I didn't want to get in this. But anyway, I know Chris knows what I'm talking about. But you're gonna see that because he has to. He has to serve that flag because he's part of it. And trust me, I like lawyers. I love lawyers, man. It's a cool profession. It takes a lot. It's like jiu-jitsu, man. I marvel at it. I think it's neat. Like, I like law, but I like real law too. And it's a shame that we went that route because everybody that kind of chooses to makes it worse. But it's just a vicious cycle. It ain't nobody's fault at this point. But what happens is you become a foreign agent and you don't even know it. Like, you get a bar's membership, not a lawyer's license. There's no such thing as a lawyer's license. People don't realize this. And the judge, I need to go to court. Like, I tried. Last time I went fishing, I smiled at both cops. I didn't have my license. I flicked them both off, and they won't mess with me. So I'm trying to go to court because if I bill the judge, I basically don't have to fill out all my paperwork to get my state national passport and all that stuff, because if you beat the court system, they don't want to ever see you again. So they basically put you on kind of a different list, and it just helps you out. Called the do not detain list. Yeah. But there's other ways you can win as long as you bill the judge. Like, say if I went there and I win, because I don't have to have a license. There's plenty of there's plenty of I got all this stuff on my phone. Marbury versus Madison. I can't remember what that is off the top of my head, but that's a big one. I think that's the one about license, but I'm not sure. But anyway, they all tie into the same thing. But anyway, you can't put a fee. You can't put a fee on a right. So everything that has a fee on a license is pretty much all bogus, and it's not. That's this gold fringe flag that's taken over, and it's messed up everything. Like, law of the land, it's called corpus delicti. There has to be a victim to have a crime. So in other words, I can be a weirdo at my house, you can be a weirdo at your house or whatever, I'm just being goofy. But like, I can't infringe on any of your like life. Like, I can't do property, physical, mental, I can't do any type of harms to you. If I do, I'm breaking the law. That's what common law was. That's what we had. We had that. That means obviously we'll work something out to make sure everybody just ain't driving around like they got their no license out of a cracker box, because nobody would have to have it. But like, you work it all out, and no victim, no crime. It's just better for everybody. I'm not saying switching back over would be easy in the beginning, because you'd have people taking advantage of it like they do now, these sovereign citizens. And there's no such thing as a sovereign citizen, because if you check up the words, sovereign is a sovereign, sovereign's king. A citizen, if you check up in Black's Law, and you'll have to do a little bit of digging, but it's kind of like a slave. You're a 14th Amendment ratified citizen, and you can't add to the Constitution, you can't take away from it, you just can't. Because everything that's like added or contrary, it's null and void. I think that's Marbury. That might be Marbury versus. Anyway, I want to look at my phone so bad. Oh, good. But anyway, anything's null and void. If it's repugnant to the Constitution, it's null and void. Any like statute, any ordinance, anything that it can't. Nothing can supersede the Constitution. That's why I don't care when they change gun laws. I could give a crap less, because it's not changing anything, because it's repugnant, it's void, and it's null. Oh man, this is what I do.
It's all good.
But like, I don't even think I was on the question the whole time. But there's just, I don't know. I hate injustice, you can tell. But like, everything's so messed up, there ain't really a way to fix it. You just throw out the judge, because they're not real judges. They're administrators. You're not going to see a real judge. Anytime you go into court and you see a gold fringe flag, throw out that judge. Question jurisdiction of the court. And I know Chris knows what I'm talking about, because they have to do training. They have to do training for when somebody like me anyway, the yellow brick road. All it takes is 3 clicks and you can go home at any time. And that's basically is the first time you question jurisdiction of the court. Like I'm gonna tell the judge, I'd like to see your oath of honor. Like, he has to have an oath of office. I want to see that, and I want to see that he's bonded. He has to be bonded for $250,000 in case he violates my 6th Amendment right or any of my other rights. But the 6th Amendment particularly is a $250,000 fine. But anyway, he has to be bonded. He has to be bonded, and he has to have an oath of office. Until he proves that, he cannot have jurisdiction over that court. The court can't proceed. And nobody knows we've been taken over. We've been taken over from the inside. We've been taken over by Britain. The Britons are coming. They're here. But like, we've been taken over. Like, patriotism's almost comical. I hate to say that, but it almost is if you really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because that's BARS membership, British Accreditation Regency. It's a membership to Britain, and they're foreign agents. That's why they have what's called a FAR Act, the Foreign Agent Registration Act. And if we knew who, like, okay, for example, everybody's mailing addresses are wrong. They got us all underwater because they used the post office to put us all underwater. They had to find a way to get us in water jurisdiction. And they had to find a way to make us commercial so they could do all this. Because driver is a commercial term under Black's law. You're not a driver if you're just traveling to and fro. You have the right to travel. You do. They just changed the wording. They tricked you. They got you to register with the state, and anytime you register the state, they basically come Big Daddy. And so you basically sign your rights away to a degree. You're agreeing to motor vehicle. That's another bad word. Motor vehicle is not the automobile, and motor vehicle is not the same thing. One gives you the right to travel. One, motor vehicle, falls into that commercial. So what they did is they made you commercial. They even made you a commercial name. They got you lost at sea because we're underwater. They found a way with the postal addresses, but how you'd have to fix that is you can do like all 9999 for zip code, I believe. I'm not positive about that one, but you can also bracket your zip code if you put brackets. That right there takes you out of water jurisdiction. And then the best way is I use the brackets on the zip code, but I also write domicile, like for my address, residing domicile. But like at the end, you want to put Republic of Ohio. So now you're back in the Republic of Ohio. You're separating yourself from, because what they did is they took the United States of America and they turned it into a corporation. They got QSIP numbers and all these numbers on us. Like, even right now they're talking about this $1,000 thing. We put $1,000 for every child. Dude, they've been playing us like a bunch of orphan kids and just getting fat off of us. Like, people don't have a clue. Like, we were set up. Like we were. It gets weird. I don't even like to say this stuff, but let's just say our people before us, whoever they were, they looked out for us. They had money put back for us. You know how gold just comes missing everywhere all the time, and we were going to audit the Pentagon, but it got hit by a Scud missile, so we'll just forget all about that 3.1 trillion or whatever.
Did it get hit by a missile or a plane?
It got hit by a missile. Everybody knows that. Even and like, it's funny because there's always an expert. I always love when these experts come on the scene. He's like, "There's no plane parts here. There's no wings. There's like," and it's just like, get him out of here.
What hit the World Trade Center?
What hit the World Trade Center? Well, I have no survivor. She's in a gated community. She's not allowed talking. But she also didn't listen to everybody when they stayed and said to stay. She said literally it was like angels helped her down the steps. She went flying down the steps. She got out. Her name's Yvonne. And, but anyway, she lives in a gated community about a few hours away from here, which is really weird. And I don't talk too much about that. But yeah, you know, let's just take the whole story and listen to firefighters and explosions. I mean, there's a lot of explosions. Let's talk about the asbestos. Larry Silverstein. Larry Silverstein But anyway, he got it for nothing. Like
Is that the guy that owned the buildings?
Yeah, he got it at auction for nothing. Like literally nothing. We're talking real trade towers.
Yeah.
For peanuts. Like, it's the real trade towers. How you don't get for peanuts? Well, asbestos everywhere, and it's gonna cost too much money to renovate it. So, yeah, and then he wanted double insurance for Building 7, and Building 7 was pulled. And Building 7's a great one. I love this because it ain't a conspiracy. Building 7. Okay. I should pay attention to the news, but I hate the news.
I have a theory.
Have you seen the news clip though? Have you seen where they're reporting about Building 7 coming down?
And it's still up.
It's still up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Big
I've
flip
seen that.
up.
Well, I think so. My idea for that has always been that plane that crashed in Pennsylvania was supposed to hit that building, and I think that whatever happened, like whether people on the plane helped, like maybe they were messing with the hijackers or whatever, and they ended up crashing that plane in the middle of the field. I think that plane was supposed to go there.
Yeah.
So,
how many planes do you think there were? This will blow your mind. I'm not saying you need to believe this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Joey Steer always gets on me about Project Bluebeam, right? Project Bluebeam was supposed to be done by 2000. It was done. It was used on World Trade Center. I'm just telling you right now, it was used on World Trade Center. There's the actual footage of where there ain't a plane. Okay. Yeah. There's a documentary called Truth in Plain Sight, right? He'll explain it really good. And then you've seen the images where it wraps around like because dude, it's CGI on. I'm not saying one plane didn't hit. I'm saying one of them was CGI. There's footage without them being there, and then all the testimony, the firefighters, they were talking about all the bombs going off. Yeah. They don't ever let you hear it all. It's all of them. They use the same actors for almost all the shit. It's always bad when they don't want evidence. Why would you not keep evidence of Sandy Hook? Why are we not going to keep evidence? Why we don't renovate the whole area? Yeah. I don't know. Those New World Order cards are kind of crazy, huh? You ever seen the New World Order cards? I'm sorry. I see the one whizzing by Trump's ear with a bullet. Yeah. I just think they're comical. Because that was funny to me. How'd you feel? Because I don't think he got shot in the air.
You don't think he did?
No, not at all. Dude, have you ever seen the New World Order cards? I own the Trump card. They brag about everything that's gonna happen. Down to license plates on cars. Literally, I watch the news and I'll see the same license plates where they're talking about the suspect and we found the blah, 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 and it'll be the same license plate on my card that was printed in 1990 something. And because they talk to, I'm gonna get in trouble. Dude, they talk to each other in code I got a great example. I can't use it. I just can't use this one. It's too sensitive.
Very good.
But they code talk a lot. It'll be Mason. Anyway, we'll leave it be Mason Street, and then this, and then Officer Mason, and then you just know to pay attention. When everything is certain numbers, and then you'll just start seeing it all tie together. It's always the same people.
Yeah. What do you think about the Charlie Kirk one?
Ooh, interesting. Well, that one. That's funny because when you talked about the podcast, I was just in my own head that got brought up. Well, a lot going on, a lot. There's so many conspiracies on that, and conspiracies are just that. I don't know, but there's a lot. There's a hologram thing, and everything was set up for that, and there actually was something that kind of got removed. Where that comes into play, I don't know. There's these handgun theories, literally these little hand shooter guns. There's something to do with the attachment, on a shirt, blowing up.
There's a mic just like that.
Yeah. There's so much going on, and the area was definitely super staged. Everything's super staged, and there's the horses. You got the jiu-jitsu guy there. That's getting weird. What was the one guy, Jocko Williams is on that team, that Israeli team, security team. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, almost 100%. Huh. So it's just getting really weird, but the way they come in and confiscate the evidence, everything reeks.
Then they demolished that whole area 2 days later, and then started doing construction.
I got a lot of theories on that, but
did you know that also where his chair was at?
Sandy Hook.
Yeah. Weird one.
Trap door or something?
Yeah, there's a trap door right under him.
Yeah, I don't even watch the news, man. This stuff just comes to me. I hate it.
Yeah.
I try not to watch the news. I try not to watch it at all.
Yeah.
Like once, if I go on vacation, I'll watch it for satire to see what I think they're lying about next.
Yeah.
I think it's like school. I think it's 2 parts lie, 2 parts truth, 1 part lie. But on news, I think it's different. I think it's more like the other way around. Like on school, I think, 66% of it is true.
Yeah.
But like the other part's preparing you, to indoctrinate you to be a cog and suck all the life out of you. And because that makes the real go round, at least for the right people. But like, Charlie Kirk thing's crazy. I definitely, it was kind of crazy, like the Israel connection with it, literally like right before he started kind of changing his views. He was a Zionist. I used to be a Zionist.
And he said that he wasn't.
I used to be a hardcore Zionist. I was like.
He said he was going to stop taking money from him. And then that was basically.
And then BB wanted to talk to him.
Yeah.
Come have a talk with BB and sit on his lap. And we'll work this out. And then he didn't go talk to BB.
Yeah.
And then he's gone. And then, they asked BB what he thought about it. He thought it was kind of comical, kind of like smug. I know a lot of people brag that way. Well, I don't know if that happened. That's far-fetched. But, like, definitely wasn't good. Like, I don't know, man. AIPAC's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
I think
I've seen
they took out JFK, man. Like the original AIPAC. Like they go back for a long time. I mean, just different names. You ever heard of the Protocols of Zion? And
sure.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They've always been more of a influencer over numbers and what to print. And it's kind of weird.
You think the same people took out JFK and Charlie Kirk? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
not like the exact same people, but the same group.
But the group that took out JFK, I think they bragged about in the movie. I think they bragged all through it. Jason Greer was a real person involved in it, and then they used the actor. Oh, William Greer. I'm sorry, I think it was William Greer. But William Greer was a real person involved in JFK. But then they used the actor with the same name. I think that was done deliberately. And then at the end of the JFK, I might have to watch it one more time. Just it was a boring enough movie, but. At the end, they put a Jesuit cross on him, right? And to me, that was like them telling you, well, we got it. We got him, And I do think the Jesuits are like assassins, all the same group. Like, they name a lot of moon craters after Jesuits. But you don't want no problems with the Jesuits. You're getting a knife or a lead 40 bullet. It's either like usually a knife to the back or a lead 40 bullet, and it's kind of their calling card, and they're bad people.
Yeah. You think we went to the moon?
No, not at all.
Never?
No.
Yeah.
The moon's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it's just it's interesting.
I've
seen a neat I'm sorry, but I've seen somebody use like a water substance and coloring just right. And they show you all the moon phases just by doing something like that. I don't think it's what everybody thinks it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a spear. I'm not saying I don't know all the geometry just right, but it's a little different. I do
want to look up how you were talking about how you think it's a map. That's interesting.
Yeah, I might. I'd send you stuff.
Yeah.
I'd send you something. Because I have all that stuff. Like I don't really mess with it no more. I don't study nothing no more. I don't study anything.
I haven't studied a lot of it lately, but I'm always interested in all the conspiracy stuff.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Try to figure out what's true, what's not true.
Dinosaurs, man.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite?
I haven't really been on it. I got a crazy video, and the guy that made it is looking for it.
What about dinosaurs?
I have the best one ever made to debunk dinosaurs, the old Eric Dubé.
Like you don't think dinosaurs existed, or?
No.
No?
They were dragons.
Dragons?
Yeah, like historically, all we did was just rewrite everything. It's just another one of those things. Like 1842, it starts with Sir Richard Owens. Okay, he invents and coins the word dinosauria. Okay, if you look at older dictionaries, even at that time, and if you start going back, they all mention They all mention dragons. Okay, dragons was in all the dictionaries as they were phasing them out and calling them but anyway, and it has a history already. So which is nice. We still got Komodo dragon and some things that are kind of, the water, like these type of like water fish and water dragons and stuff. I'm not saying that means anything, but I'm saying there's still a slight trace to something, you know, in a sense. And I wouldn't doubt there's still one somewhere. So who knows? Maybe one day it'll be proven. But what I'm saying is, in the old dictionaries, it would say now very rare, almost extinct. All the old dictionaries, if you look at them, dragons was in there and they were a thing. Marco Polo lived in China, like after whatever he did. I don't even remember what the hell he did, but anyway, 12 years after that, he lived in China, and, you know, he comes back and he's telling everybody that China is basically they were using freaking like dragons to do shit. Like they were domesticating them, like in China. Like that's what his story is. Yeah. Like there's a history of dragons.
Like use them to like carry stuff and things.
Yeah,
like that.
they were like, I can't remember. Like they were doing something with them, like building mounts, not like probably flying them or anything, but I mean, but they were doing something with them. They were domesticating them and getting them kind of like to work with that. That would be freaking amazing.
Maybe it was the Tartarians using the dragons to help build the Great Wall of China.
There you go.
Putting them all together.
Stuff done. They were doing something. I can't remember exactly how they worded that. I read that not too long ago, but yeah. I mean, just look at like the anatomies. Like try to imagine two T-Rexes getting it on. That tells off on the. That's rough, man.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it just ain't happening, man.
What do you think is the dumbest conspiracy?
The dumbest conspiracy? I wish I could say the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
But that's not it.
You don't think so?
No, I hate the Mandela effect.
Like you don't think it's real, or?
I wish it possibly wasn't. I used to think it was kind of stupid. The more I look into it, I hate that one because it really messed with you. Yeah. Then like,
there's a lot of
time travel.
There's a lot of the Mandela
time
stuff.
Travel. Yeah.
Yeah, that, like I'll look at Mandela stuff and I'm like, I remember that.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
But then you'll try to.
With your head.
And sometimes it's just like such simple stuff that like, it's like, even if it was somehow changed.
I remember like most of them because I'm kind of old.
Yeah,
I'm
like obviously
I'm 48. I remember the Berenstein Bears and all that. I remember almost all of them, man. Something's going wrong, man. Something's not right.
Like I remember calling them the Berenstein Bears and not Berenstain, like, and it's like such a simple thing.
Yeah. So think about this. So if you look at the Mandela effect too much, you almost have to look at time travel. I used to have a friend, right? This is the friend I try to prove about flat Earth. I tried to disprove him. He's very scientific on it. Like everything about it, like geocentric. We're geocentric. That's what I believe too. Geocentric is basically a hemisphere, but that's the technical term of what I believe is geocentric Earth. But like this guy, he used to always come to my shop and talk about time travel, and I thought he was crazy. That shit crazy. And the time we live in now, and with the Mandela effect, like no matter how much you try to get away from it, you have to keep looking at it, because it's like a part of our lives now. Shit changing. How's shit change? Only way I know of it changing to a degree, like at first I just thought it was just good trickery. But man, when you want to see like an old James Bond movie and you just ain't accepting it without the braces, you know what I mean? That movie, like I can't remember that dude, and he had like the steel teeth. The one dude, like, he has steel teeth, and then he like there's this cute blonde, and she has braces and pigtails, and the braces ain't there no more. And that's what made the movie, because this guy's like a lockjaw guy, like literally he's got a metal mouth. And it's like one of the most known things ever. And now she don't have the braces, which made it because they like kind of fell in love. And but anyway, yeah, I think I've been looking at time travel a lot, and I wish I wasn't. And then it was Trump's father that took the patents to Tesla.
Yep. And
Tesla was claiming he had it, and if anybody could do anything, it was Tesla. Tesla was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
Trump's
he said, if you wanted,
yeah.
What the hell? And it gets really weird. And then those old books, you know, Yahusha. Yahushua HaMashiach, it means basically that would be like saying Jesus Christ in Hebrew. And then in the Jewish Encyclopedia, they bragged about blotting his name out of history and stuff like that. And I think they make like Yahoo. I think Yahoo, that site's making fun of it. And I don't know. it's a weird theory, but like there's evidence. And obviously not like again, like I said, I seem like I've shown a lot of disdain for Jews, but I don't. I just think there's a lot of people imposturing under that word and ruining our world, like that cult that's going to New York now. And no matter what, they've been exiled from like 100 and who knows how many countries now, because they just got another one. So we'll say 111 maybe. But these cult members that are proclaimed to be Jews, they literally just get exiled from countries left and right, and they literally just got exiled and sent to America. And then it just makes you feel like a monster because everything's anti-Semite and this and that. No, I just don't like the bad people. It don't matter what they are. They can be Germans, they can be Jews, they can be anything.
Yep.
But then you got here's how I tell the difference. A real Jew, Torahs. Torahs is the law of God. They follow the law of God. And like any of them at Torah, like you ain't got to worry about them. Because if they follow the Ten Commandments, they're not harm to you anyway, really. But like the Talmud's kind of scary. Like the Talmud, you're not even supposed to know about. It's almost illegal to talk about by their own rules. Like it's pretty gross. Like it's really gross actually. I can't even really quote scriptures from it. They're so vulgar. But like if I was to strike a Talmudic Jew, I'm not saying Talmudic's right, but that's what I call it. But if I was to strike one, they want me dead. Like the punishment for striking, like and we're goyim. You ever heard that word, goyim? Yeah. Uh-huh. And then they like to feed us goyim food, like, yeah. Anyway, it gets really weird.
Goyim?
Yeah, goyim. It's like they're making fun of us. But if you ever heard the word goy, or they'll call us goys.
I have seen that G-O-Y, brand of food that's Goya.
Oh, that might be different. But like goyim, Goyim, it's like a slur. Like and in the Talmud they believe like it's crazy. Like everybody's always been scared of radical Islam, and I used to be part of that bandwagon, and it's no different. They're 100% the same. The radical Talmud, they think each one of them's gonna get 400 slaves. Like literally, like they're gonna each have 400 Gentile slaves, a Gentile non-Jew. It's just crazy. Like we're literally watching a religious war every day. It makes no sense. Like I didn't want this to happen. Like nobody, like even if you're a Bible believer and you kind of knew, like nobody ever thought this would happen. This is like really weird. We're living in a time and day where everybody's fighting over like religion, and it's repulsive. Yeah. Like it's like super repulsive. Like I don't want nothing to do with any of it. I don't want nothing to do with the news. I'm afraid to go around with my old right-winger friends anymore. Like I'm afraid of everything. Yeah. Like it's just like everything, like it's bad. And I already have enough trouble. I remember when I was here a couple of years ago, I wasn't playing. I literally had the Secret Service come to my door and they wanted to talk to me. I never found out what that was about.
Oh, you never found out what that was about? Huh.
I confirmed it was the Secret Service with the police station. That was it, because they said, yeah, they asked for an escort, and the police come up, knocked on my door. Usually I'll have my camera or something, but it was such a quick thing. They knocked on my door, and they said the Secret Service would like to talk to you, and I wanted to make sure they even had the right name. I said, who you want exactly? Because they already said Roy, but I was like, Roy Jr. or Senior? And they said, don't matter. How's it not matter? Yeah. And then, but I said, do you have a warrant? And the police said, no. I said, then piss off then. And exact words. And then I sent my son out, and because they don't, if Secret Service is unmarked, like on car, we videotaped, we got his license and all that stuff. You know, they hate that crap. Yeah. So we exposed the Secret Service, man. And then I called in the police station, and they said that they just wanted to escort. Huh. So it's kind of weird. I figure it was something I said online. Yeah. See, here's a lot of people don't know. I sound pretty hateful online. I ain't like that, but I troll a lot. Yeah. I really do. I just like to troll a lot. I like to just get reactions out of people. I learned it from my kids. So like, I'm really annoying online. You know, I just like to get that spark out of somebody. Yeah. But I wish I wasn't that way.
All right. You don't have to talk about this one if you don't want to.
No, I don't care.
What was the thing that happened with you back at the school, like 13 years ago, 14 years ago. It was like back when like you first started coming to the old gym, and it was like the cops tackled you or something.
Oh gosh. I was doing work for Watkins.
Like the school?
Yeah. We were cutting out doors and putting in new doors, like just cutting out concrete walls and putting in doors for them, right? And it had to be done on the fly.
That's when you did masonry stuff, or?
Yeah. And it had to be done fast. So we were like, me and my father-in-law, we're getting it done right. So they don't have all they don't have all their stuff in order. And so we're there.
Who's that, the school? Or?
Yeah, the school. And we're doing on the fly. They got the largest, this is before Sandy Hook happened, by the way. And I'm sorry, I'm saying this for a reason, because there's always a mock training before everything big happens. And there's usually a few months right before it, but this was right before that happened. This was the largest mock school shooting training event. And like, that was at Watkins, right? So I think that was kind of odd. So anyway, we're working while it's all going on. It wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to be given safety vests in the beginning, so we're neutral out of the thing. We got Marines, like literally they have all this stuff going on in the gym. They got all these students and all this stuff that they're doing, you know, with the training. They got everything. I mean, they got some big gear coming in. I mean, I want to say there was probably a helicopter there. I don't remember, but like it was.
So they had all this going on while you're working?
Yeah. And we got like all the good, like, we got the Marines, we got we got all the good people there. Like, cause I was talking to them all separate kind of, but like, they were doing a real good job ignoring us. They didn't mess with us. They're going down the halls with their guns, doing all their things and this and that. We're over off in the thing, cutting out the walls and, you know, just wet sawing and cutting out the walls and trying to get these door frames installed real quick and get these doors up for them. And so we're not having no problems with anybody. Like, Rangers is who I was thinking of. There's Rangers there, so I mean that's pretty up there.
Yeah.
And no problem with anybody. And then I'm going out to empty the shock back and get some idiot fat sheriff from Pataskala. He comes up on me, pulls his gun up on me, tells me if like freezing everything, and like he literally just arrived late and everything, Pataskala. And so he's got me, you know, like this and that. And I'm not in the mood. I'm there to work. I'm not in the mood. I'm sorry. I'm already getting attitude. I'm like, I'm not part of the drill. So I'm resisting. So they beat the fuck out of me pretty much. I mean, pretty much for resisting. And then this is what really happened. You're getting the full story. Because Newark and them, they just do whatever. Newark Advocate's always been trash. Like, I tried to talk to him a long time ago about this wrestling coach we had at Newark. He was stealing money from everything. And he turned out to be the biggest sham ever, and they wouldn't listen to me. Like, when I tried to tell him, then the dude was stealing all the money. Like, he was stealing all the money from the funding and everything. Real piece of crap. But, like, Newark Advocate's just trash. Like, just nothing good about them. They're so fraudulent. They're garbage. Like, they're the epitome of just, like, trash. And, well, so they did the story how they wanted for the cops. They basically just stuck up for the cops and made me a monster or whatever. And I got the newspaper stuff. I got both of them. Like, they're crazy. Like, the stories are contrary. Columbus did me right, and they were pissed at Columbus. Like, the police were so pissed at Columbus because they actually reported both sides. But so they got the gun on me, right? And then they literally have, like, all these guys are huge. Like, I got these 3 big monsters on me, and they're freaking out. They're all like bin size. Like, I have these big, tall, like, you know, when you're over 600 pounds and 300 pounds, you're a big dude, you know. Like, they're all like 6 foot plus. The only guy that wasn't as big was just the fat sheriff, and he was still really big. And so they're all on me, and they're like kneeing me and just hurt me, man. Like, I didn't realize how bad I was hurt until afterwards, because you got all adrenaline. Like, they basically broke my chest loose again, because I broke my sternum when I was young, so I had trouble with it all throughout life. And like, it kind of just came detached again. It was a mess. So I had all these breathing problems and stuff. They didn't give a crap. They basically, it was just like, but, you know, they have immunity anyway. I didn't know the law like I did then, but I started learning the law because of all the stuff that's happened to me. Like, right now, I'm actually working on a lawsuit against Newark for my son for false imprisonment. The last guy got detained for 27 minutes, and he got like 20 22 minutes got him 27,000. My son was falsely in prison for 2 days. So I'm trying to figure out how to get all my paperwork together. I already let the one guy know I'm coming for him, the law director. But the judge basically said, look, she was just appalled what the cops did. Like, they act like they didn't have a dad. They literally just took him into questioning. They wrote that they didn't have like anything. They wrote they didn't know none of the information. They literally just kidnapped our son, took him, put him to jail, and then basically he was cleared of everything, and the judge was like, you know, like, he's immune. I don't want to ever hear this bring back up again. Well, that's false imprisonment. That's a guaranteed civil right win.
Huh.
And something bad happened to my other son. After that, I kind of have like such a disdain for cops. Like, and it ain't like I wanted to. It's just, I had just bad things happen, right? Like my son got sprayed with a fire hose, literally attacked with a fire hose at a job, knocked off his forklift, sprayed down. This dude's like bullying him, and the dude's drunk at work, obviously, because he's a trash piece of shit guy. And this is honestly where I think I fell off, because bitterness is a horrible thing, you know, and I kind of got bitter with injustice, and it just affected my walk with Christ and everything, and now I don't know, I just do the best I can, but I'm pretty angry about a lot of stuff, you know. I just want to go off on some of these people one day, but I can't. If I go, I got to go all the way, and it ain't in me. Yeah. Like, I got to go all the way. And it is in me, but it isn't in me. You know, I don't want to be nothing about that, but it would be nice to have some justice. And, but like, literally my son just got hosed down and humiliated, you know, and then what happened, I called the ambulance, I called the police, and we're going there to meet him. The workplace colludes with the cops, and they said, well, we don't want to waste your time. We sent away the ambulance. I got all on video. So basically what they did is they made it where he can't have a case. And then we're asking for an accident report. No accident report was ever given. This is at Owens. No accident report, no nothing. They swept it all under the rug. And the cops helped them. And then the cops, like, they still won't give me any proof. I got all my I took pictures of the complaints we put in. We got 4 complaints put in, because it takes 4 to get you investigated by internal affairs. So we wanted to make sure. I think it takes 3, but we wanted to make sure. So like, and they won't give me no proof of that. The law director, nobody's really helped me. Like, they're just blowing it all off. They basically killed the case. They killed the case by not filing anything, or sending over nothing to the people that push it, the prosecutors. They basically sent over nothing. They basically killed the case on purpose. All the city of Newark, just to protect Owings. And dude, my son went through such bad depression, and then, you know, you got to do what you got to do with all the stuff. So he's like on these medications. I hated seeing all that stuff, dude, and just watch him like feel like a victim. Like, you can't be a victim. Yeah. And it was just such a horrible thing. Same freaking union that, you know, I got crushed by still. Like, the one guy flipped out. That one guy that I told you. You're not supposed to have it preloaded, but anyway, he flipped one out on me while I was banding, which you're not supposed to do, but he did. So sometimes I wonder if it was done on purpose. And he definitely won. He got the last laugh if that was the case, because he crippled my life up for forever. Like, I was bedridden for a long time. Not like bedridden, but like, I'd get up and I'd lock up and I'd have to walk hunched, and I couldn't do shit. Like, it just sucked. My nerves would be shot. Like, it was awful. Yeah, it was pretty crappy.
Whatever ended up happening with the stuff that happened to you at the school? Like, after they tackled you and all that?
Well, then it was just like, I wanted to fight the sheriff. I tried to get him to agree to mutual combat. And I said something stupid. Oh my gosh. And oh man. Oh my gosh. You know how every retarded person that can't fight for shit in the cage has to say, I'm a cage fighter?
Oh, yeah.
So I told that to the cops. So they ran with that in the paper, you know, and tried to make me the aggressor. But I was like, we can, you know, I just basically told them, I'll F you up. We're throwing gloves right now, you know, because I literally just got the crap beat out of me. They were kneeing me and nudging me, you know, and I was all mangled up when I was done. I had so much adrenaline pumping at the time. And I was strong then, too, at that time. I was really strong then, because my body was somewhat kind of working right. So I was able to, like, you know, actually take supplements and beef up and bulk up. I can't really worry about muscle. I'd love to, but when your shit don't work right, last thing you can do is try to.
Is that when you were on the horse feed?
No, that was, I'd never really felt like then I felt like I could obviously get some strength, but I was still too injured to really try to, but that horse stuff, I mean, it was kind of nice. I was just too injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, I threw it away eventually. Got tired of my eyeballs hurting.
Yeah. Did your eyeballs hurt?
Yeah, I told you at first, when I first take it, I felt like my eyeballs pushing out like pressure. Like you feel it in your head almost, but like.
I think it was like blood pressure type stuff, or?
I don't know, but like I definitely believe it would be good for performance. I don't know, if I get healthy again, yeah, I definitely big on. Oh, by the way, I dewormed today. Yeah, I figured I can't sleep last night anyway. Usually when I take horse stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, horse dewormed last night. I figured I wasn't gonna sleep anyway. Might as well do it because you don't sleep good the first night. Like it just messes with you.
Huh.
But yeah, I took ivermectin, the real shit.
Yeah.
I took ivermectin, and then I took Finben. I just call it Finben because it's hard to say. Benzoline or something like that. I took that because it can get through the brain lining, so it can kill parasites in the brain. And then it also is really good. Okay, so here's the problem about when people parasite detox. The parasites are smart. And so, like, let's say you take the horse deworming, right? You take it, and 3 weeks later, they're made. Even though you kill them all, right? The die-off itself is like it's like almost like cat poo or cat feces. It's literally like feces in your body. A pneumonia. There's a die-off, so you got all this pneumonia. But they're designed like 3 weeks later they lay eggs. 3 weeks later.
Huh.
Tell me that ain't crazy, so that they don't go away. So like that's why I took my other. I like to deworm about 3 times a year. I do it like every 3-4 months, you know. But like, cause like, dude, if you've ever had a bad parasite, it freaks you out. So
yeah.
Man, I ain't playing around. I don't ever see one in my life again. I think I got one from Texas Roadhouse one time. They gave me raw pork, and it was awful. I didn't get. Usually, you probably get a tapeworm, but I wasn't that lucky. I got something way worse, and I was practically almost fatal.
Wow.
Like, it was bad. I had to go on a all plant-based diet to starve them out. For 2 years, all I got to drink was vegetables. For 2 freaking years. No bread, no sugar. 2 years, literally freaking, I hate vegetables. I hate them even more now. I don't like vegetables. I don't like broccoli. Vegetables are gross. But yeah, it sucked, man. So yeah.
Do you still do like the alkaline stuff, so the water?
I wish I did. My first machine was just amazing. I haven't been able to make one like that.
Like you were making your own, or
going cheaper? Yeah, maybe it's because I'm gonna try it again. I'm trying to think what I did on the first one. It was so good. I can't remember if I was using copper rods or silver.
How do you make alkaline water?
It's really simple, actually. The biggest, hardest part is a water separationer. Like literally these 2 cans, I can make one right now of these 2 cans. Well, probably not because they're metal. So, but if they weren't metal, if we taped off one side, I still could, but I'd have to.
If it was like 2 plastic jugs?
Yeah, if these are 2 plastic jugs, we could drill a hole right here. I literally could just, put some sealant and a little tube right here and stuff it with sea sponge. That right there would work as a water separationer. And then what we do is we'd charge both sides. Like honestly, we could use the metal cans. We could clip this right here, we clip that right there with alligator clip, and just have that plastic piece right here. So that'd actually even work better being cans. And then like literally just clip that. I could take if I used 9-volt batteries, I'd have to convert them a little bit, power them up a little bit more. But honestly, I just use a medical battery. They're like $30 or so, but I always keep a few around. When I used to do auctions, I ran across a bunch of them, so I kept them all. Instead of selling for like $30, I kept them all because those things will let you go wireless for a long time. But yeah, literally it's just that, and then it's just a charge, and then you're just testing. Then you're just testing until you get, like these would be fast. Like if we put water, you'd fill that up with water, you fill this one up with water. One side, without being technical right now, one side's gonna make your acid. One's gonna make alkaline, one's gonna make acidity. Without even knowing negative or positive, you just clip them on there, you don't know which one real fast. Like the one will look beautiful, crystal clear. Even after a course of time, it'll keep that machine clean. The alkaline will clean the machine.
Huh.
Like, so that's why it stays real nice and clean. And the other side will get gunked up because it has like all that acidity. It'll start turning orange and you have to clean it out a lot. But like, that's real good for roses. I think it's even good for your face. I'm not positive, I can't remember, but it's really good for roses. I think it might be good for acne.
The acidity part? Or?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I just wouldn't want to I definitely want to double check that. My brain's starting to come back. It was a mess there for a while. I've had a brain injury a long time ago, and then when I got effed up by the cops again, it kind of re-triggered my brain injury, and it took me a few years to kind of heal right. And now it's kind of retaining information. Well, I'm not losing my keys every 2 seconds. I'm not accidentally hitting my car alarm every 2 seconds. Just all that little weird shit starting to go away. It's kind of nice to have a working brain again.
Yeah.
But like, it sucks, man. You get like nerves and tendons and brains. They're pretty fragile. Yeah, tendons sucks. Like tendons and nerves. That's all I've been dealing with in this leg, and I'm wanting to get past it, but like it's crazy.
Yeah. Did you like when you were training or before you started training or anything? Did you watch like a lot of like MMA or UFC?
Yeah. I didn't like to watch it when I can't. Like, I've always been weird. Like, even here, it's hard. I don't like to watch unless I can participate.
Yeah.
So when I was injured, which was basically all my life, kind of. But I'm saying, but like, if I wasn't actively able to train, I didn't really watch it.
Yeah.
But if I could train, I'd watch MMA.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. So there's a lot of gaps where I didn't watch it because I was just bedridden, kind of. Like, or the point where you just can't train. I can do all my activities now, but I can't really train. I'm close to getting back. I could go back to boxing safer right now than I could here. But I kind of want to go back to the same time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I love this just as much. I like boxing a lot. I'm still impartial though.
Who's your top 3 fighters of all time?
For boxing?
Yeah, anything.
All time. Ooh, this is tough because dude, every day it's different. There's so many. All right. Oh my God.
Each one in their prime.
All right. I'm a big Frank Mir fan. Okay. Like I said, I could do this all day long because like he could change so fast. But Frank Mir is like, dude, I love that guy, and I even like him more now. Like, he's not even in the UFC now. Just listen to him talk.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal. And I definitely like to see his daughter and Brock Lesnar's daughter fight. That actually sounds interesting as shit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know, Frank Mir is super inspirational because he had, like, when he had his motorcycle crash, he had the same surgery in his low back. And he always gave me hope, like, that I could fight. Because I've never really been able to fight. Like, I could fight when I couldn't fight and took it for granted. I could do backflips, I could do crazy shit because I had a good working body. I was really good at karate one time, which I could never prove because my hips and stuff don't work right. And if you don't have, like, dude, then everything was easy. I could jump up and do a side kick and even turn around and do a mule kick right with it, both with power. I swear. I used to practice all the time on brick wall, all the time. Like, I could jump up, side kick, and then I could just turn right into a nice mule kick, and they both have power. Not like it's a practical, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
Like, I could do real good switch kicks and switch, like, you know, when one dude was doing it, it was kind of cool in MMA, the Dragon, or whatever his name was.
Karate,
yeah. I could do real good switch kicks back in the day. Like, I could even do a butterfly kick. What's the point of that? But I remember, like, before I go to a karate tournament, like before I go point match tournament, I'd stop in Anarinos just to buff up. Like, before the tournament, I'd go in and get a private, and like, he used to think it was cool shit. I could jump up and do a double butterfly kick, and I always thought that was dumb cheerleader stuff. But like, I could do some crazy stuff back then. Like, it sucks when you can't do nothing. And it was really funny because my kids kind of got me back. We're supposed to be talking about favorite fighters, but all right, it's a really tough one. Frank Mir, he just pops on there. Rich Franklin.
That's a good one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I always just liked everything about him. I always wondered what his shorts meant. Like, he had this thing on his shorts, right? Like 99-1 thing, kind of, right? And I always thought that was something to do about like God leaving the 99 sheep to go after the one that's lost. Like the 99's okay, he's gonna leave those to go after one that's lost. But he always had this 99-1 thing on his shorts, and he was.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, he always had something like that. But like I always wish I knew what that was about. But oh gosh, there's so many good fighters. Like dude, like I just like ones that don't even qualify pop in. Like that guy that rips people's legs off, man. I don't even want to like him. Yoel Romero. I don't even. I have
Yoel Romero is good.
I have nightmares.
Are you talking about Paul Juarez? Paul Juarez was the guy that would heel hook everybody in.
Oh, it was him then.
He got kicked out of the UFC for not letting go.
Oh, that was the guy.
Yeah.
That guy gave me nightmares.
Yeah. He was injuring everybody. They would tap and he would just keep going.
Because like you try to face your fears as a fighter in a sense, and somehow mentally I have to face them all the time. And like that dude gives me nightmares thinking about him.
Yeah.
That's awful. That dude's just,
Yeah. Yoel Romero is a beast too, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's the Cuban wrestler.
He's that guy who wants to box him right now. I don't think that's a good move, maybe. Somebody is wanting to box him right now. Oh, no.
Sure.
Bo Nichols, it's an MMA fight.
Is it?
Yeah, they're getting ready to fight. Isn't that crazy?
UFC?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they just mentioned that like a couple
Yoel
days
Romero
ago.
must be coming back. Then,
I don't think that's a good fight for Bo Nickal.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's got to do it, but like that's a little soon. That's a. What do you think, man? I'm a big Bo Nickal fan, but
yeah, I think he's going to be super good in the future.
Yeah, but I don't think he should come.
And Yoel Romero's like at the end of his career,
so it could be all right. It could be all right.
Maybe, but also Yoel Romero's a freak though.
So you kind of got like 50-50 kind of.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to bet on that one.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, hey, if you betting, dude, I was at the casino because like I limp in a lot. I play poker, right?
Yeah.
But I always limp in. That's it.
What's that?
I always come in with the smallest amount of chips. I always play short stack, always. And that's just the way I play. I play what I call 3-life poker. Like I used to play like kind of more on a serious level, and I just don't take losses well. It's okay if I'm winning and I'm making a weekly income. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Wife don't have no problem with that. I didn't have no problem with that. But I got, the dude shouldn't have called my bluff. It's a bluff, but he shouldn't have called it. That cost me $400 because the guy was an idiot that one day, and I never got over it. So I quit gambling for like 3 years. But anyway, my son's way into poker, so I taught him how to play poker really good. And so like he drags me to casino with him a lot.
Nice.
And I'm his lucky charm.
Nice.
Because I bail him out a lot.
Yeah.
But I literally I never go, like honestly, I can't even tell you last time I went more than $100 in my pocket, but I leave with money.
Nice.
But like it ain't slots, obviously. I just get in the poker room and work my way up. I had a good $1,000 night. It was nice.
Nice.
And yeah, sometimes I just take my wife's card and I work my free play. I convert my free play to money. A lot of times I don't even have the $100 to get in a poker room. Then I get my $100 and I get in that poker room, and then it usually goes pretty good. But I like poker a lot. Oh, matter of fact, yeah, I got 2 poker games tonight. I got a tournament at 6 o'clock and a tournament at 8. I'm trying to get a stake token.
Those in town?
No, I'm trying to get like a stake. It's kind of like I'm trying to earn a stake token so I can get on something, but it's a long shot. But I got a couple more days to try to get it. So this is a free play, but you got to work through several thousand people. But I win a lot.
But you're playing like in person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it in town?
You got a stake account?
No.
Dude, you should do it. Yeah. Like you can get $1 free every day. Like I just goof off. Like last night, I played my dollar up to like $8. And then, of course, I do something stupid with it. But I play it up to like 30. And unless I play it to 100, I don't care.
Yeah.
I've never put $1. I've never put any money in at all. Like this game, I just play on their account.
Yeah.
And I've had my dollar up to like $70, but I've never got it to 100, so I won't cash out.
Yeah.
So I always lose it. But I've had it up to like 67, 72. That's like the highest. And that's just something kind of fun for me to practice each day. I get $1. I literally go to 80-cent table, 1-2 cent buy-ins, and I just practice every day. But and my son does the same too, except for he actually gambles. He actually spends money too. But I keep my stats kind of like my money. Like I'm I'm not up on slots, but I just play slots for fun. If I win $1,000, I might let them take 200 up back in the slots.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a business opportunity. They make money off of me, and I make money off of the other patrons there. So everybody wins. I don't take money from the casino, so they love me.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I'd like to get a little serious at it again, but I got to build a roll up.
Yeah.
And then when I win big, I'm kind of a goofball. Like, if you spend the money, you always win.
Yeah.
Like, if I went, like when I won $1,000, I was kind of an idiot with it. Like, literally my anniversary is coming up, and I'm practically broke for my anniversary and my wife's birthday. But I take her for a $240 dinner at the place on the square or whatever, just for the hell of it. Because if I'm gonna win, I'm gonna spend my money on things like that. But just you don't do that very often.
Yeah.
I should have waited a couple more weeks, so I wasn't so broke on my anniversary. Yeah. I didn't think that through. Yeah. But like, hey, you can't lose it if you spend it, right?
Yeah.
And then if you lose it, you can't go back, which kind of sucks. But the shitty part's bankroll. I don't leave myself much of a bankroll. I usually come home, give my wife some money, and but still, that's cool. But yeah, I've been winning a lot there. I need to play more.
What got you into all the comic book stuff when you were doing that?
Well, I used to make good money off of the gaming market, and I honestly thought that
you used to own a store, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the comic market was going to be more money than the gaming market, and it actually was, but it tanked so hard, and it just happened to tank when I
You just sell like video games and stuff like that, or?
I still do.
You still do?
Not really, but I test.
But you used to have a store like downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that on 4th? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Like by the arcade?
Yep, Game Players.
Yeah. But so after you closed your store, that was when you got into comic books, or a little bit at the same time?
I was kind of working more markets towards the end because I was scared about downloads. I thought downloads was going to take the gaming community out, and it never really did because vintage is such a big thing. Like all your retro gaming's so huge, but the thing is you don't see those enough.
Yeah. So
I've seen all the shops struggle ever since then. So I was kind of right. It just wasn't as bad, and it wasn't as fast. But downloads are mom and pop, they're on close down mom and pop stores. So I mean, look at GameStop. GameStop's literally more Pokemon than anything right now.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, I'm saying, but I just sold a $300 Pokemon card. I was pretty stoked.
Nice.
Paid $50 for it.
Nice.
I was supposed to grade it. I should have graded it, because if I had got a grade 9 on it, it would have been worth $952 average bid out.
Nice.
But my wife has no balls, and she didn't want to grade it. She wanted the now money. Why? $900? $300. Ugh. And even if I would have got a lower grade, I still would have got more than 300. I don't get it, but I try to do things collectively.
When you opened up the game store, were you like super big into video games before that?
I used to be.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of playing a lot now. I don't want to, but I test a lot of games, and I'm trying to get them to send me the better stuff because I get to keep the games.
Yeah.
I don't get paid, but I get to keep the games. So as long as I keep those games where I'm at least getting $10 an hour for my play time, because I have to play. Like lately, I played. I really like this game. I never remember the names of the games, but what's it called? See, I got a lot of hours in this game. I even the ones that I like a lot, I try to keep it business. So like I played Xeno Chronicles or whatever, really good for Nintendo Switch. And like once I did my test hours, like I don't want to keep playing because then it's not business, right?
Yeah.
But it's like such a good game. I could get lost in that game for 30 hours. I haven't felt that way for games for a long time, and I'm starting to get that way again. I've been playing a lot of good games lately. Like like RPGs mainly. Some of them have been really good.
What's your favorite game ever?
I don't even know no more because I got out of games for so long.
Were you big into games like back in like the 90s and stuff?
Before my brain injury, I was way into games.
Yeah.
Because I was on a whole nother level. Because like before my brain injury, like concentration, especially for video games, it was insane. Like when I went to school, okay, I borrowed Ninja Gaiden 2 from one of my friends, right? I literally took it home, I beat it, and the next day I tell him I beat him at school, and he's like, no way, right? So they come to my house because we're friends, and they watch me. I swear I ran through Ninja Gaiden 2, didn't even continue, 9999999 on my score. And Ninja Gaidens are pretty damn hard. And like I was stupid good at games when I was in school. Like I was stupid good. I watched The Wizard and I'm pissed off that he didn't, you know, like do the right things or do, you know, swim under the boat or whatever. I don't know if I don't remember if he swam under the boat or not. I think he did in The Wizard, but he missed a lot of shit. Bottom line, and like Super Mario 3, but I used to be way into them. Like they were my escape. I was either out wrecking the neighborhoods, you know, being a little wannabe gangbanger, or I was retreating with video games. Like sometimes I just want to lay low and forget I was a hoodlum.
Were you big into like Nintendo, Super Nintendo? Like
I was kind of a rebel. I liked that Sega.
The Sega?
Yeah, I had that Master System, and that was legit. And you could throw that thing. That thing was built. Like you could throw it. You
play like Sonic, or like what was your main game on Sega?
They were always oddball games. Well, I liked Double. I want to say Double Dragon, but I'm not sure if I played the way I liked for that one.
You play
that was a shitty one.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage.
Yeah, that was
1,
a good
2,
one.
And 3. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, those were pretty good. But they, you know, it's funny. They're kind of boring now.
They get boring fast.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But like they were still cool. Like back then, you bought a game, you had to get your money's worth. I bought some shitters.
Oh yeah.
Or you overpaid for, like I bought Dragon Warrior for $50. That's a dud because you can buy that for like $3-4 now.
At least back then though, you could.
But it was worth its money.
You could go and rent games too. Yeah. Go and rent a game for like $1, $2.
Mathis.
Yeah.
I beat Dragon Warrior because I paid $50, but like I also bought a game called like I bought real shitter, like it's like Hector or something like that. It was a shooter. I like shooters, and it was god awful. But like then it's like, you know, $50 or $20. That's a lot for a game. So if you bought a shitter, you had to beat it.
Yep.
Like just stupid stuff. I like RPGs, kinda.
Nice.
Like I like the old Final Fantasy. I can play the same ones over and over and over. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Like I like Final Fantasy 1. I love it.
Yeah.
Like I just did all the remasters. I tested those for like Switch and stuff. All the Final Fantasy recuts, and they were great. But all they do is the same game every time, just better graphics. But I mean, the last ones were really good because they did some little gameplay things just to kind of make it a little smoother, which was nice. Like I just play them like newer games. I have to play like 4 or 5 hours. Once I play them 4 or 5 hours, I turn them off no matter how much fun I'm having. And I mean, I got pretty wicked I played Final Fantasy so many times. I know how to get down.
Yeah.
Like I went with the black belt because the black belt turns into a ninja, and he's just a wrecking machine. You don't even have to use. You don't even use no weapons, man. If you put weapons on him, you ruined him.
What happened with your video game store? Was it just because like downloads started happening and?
Honestly, the first one was kind of like my life was just falling apart, and I was just like, you know, I'm done. I was thinking about starting over, and I built it from scratch, and then I was just like done with it. I put it up on eBay. I had $250,000 of inventory. I put it up for auction on eBay. A lot of people didn't even think it was legit. A guy came with a semi truck from New York. He had $30,000 in his hand. I took $30,000 and we loaded up the whole semi truck. He couldn't fit everything in there. Then we sold the rest for an extra few $1,000s, and that was the end of it. And I walked away. And then I restarted again. I've had like 5 shops. One time I ran 2 shops. That was kind of cool. I had one in Logan, but it was just like a flea market. It was like that big flea market they have up there, Hocking Hills. And I just had like a 10 by 20, and there you just open it up, and then I had my slot wall already up there. I had my repair machine there. I had everything in there. Just open it up, and it was
like you'd fix games or?
Yeah.
Nice.
I still got repair machines. I got 2 of them.
Nice.
I don't have nothing fixed, but
yeah. Well, you fix just like discs or?
If I was to sell RPG right now, like you got, you know, it's like comics with the games. Like, okay, I got Skies Arcadia for GameCube, big money game, a little over $100. Well, right now it shows a little bit of water damage. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take out that insert. I'm gonna take out the garage. I'm gonna moisten it up a little bit, and I'm gonna press that. I'm gonna press that insert so it don't look like crap. And then I'm obviously I'm gonna buy a cheap case of anything, like just a fresh. I don't care if it's a sport game for $2-3. I'll go to the game shop, buy one with a fresh case, change out my case. You know, get rid of that water damage and make it look better. That's gonna raise it like $20-30. You know, because it's all about condition. So the repair machine's crucial because you don't want no scratches. You want to get that thing like as good as you possibly can. it does have like a repair pattern, but it don't look bad, and it's almost like a spiral. If you do a real good job, you won't even, a lot of times people won't even see it, but still, like, you know, it's still basically, it's close to near mint.
Did I ever show you a couple years ago? I got a Nintendo 64 in the box.
What color? I don't really matter. Gray. Okay, because any of them in the box is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's still in the box. Still has all the styrofoam on the inside. Everything, like,
Man.
yeah, that's.
See, I used to collect all the collars.
The box is like perfect.
I wish I had my old, in my bottom of my shop, right? There was more room in the bottom of the shop than there was at the top of the shop. We had what we called the Scrooge McDuck room, or the Scrooge McDuck vault, or something like that. Instead of video games, there was just game systems. I'm talking like up to your chest. This whole room is just crazy. But the room before that was the museum, and like I would keep like all the I'd basically keep all the rare systems down there, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then one day somebody came in and had a really nice wedding ring, and the pawn shop was trying to rip them off and wouldn't give them the diamond value, and it was a Princessa 2 carat, like, so, you know, it's like worth four diamonds to make a one big square one, like the 4 thing, so Princessa ring, and like I wanted it for my wife, and so like I made this deal with this dude, and I gave him like so much credit for it, like, and yeah, he got to go down and like just buy out all, like, he basically wanted all my rare stuff down in that one room, like, so he's like getting like 3DO, like old like everything, like all these old weird Philips CDI, like he's literally getting all these weird systems off me left and right, but I traded it for that ring, but like I used to try to collect all the collars and stuff too. It was pretty cool. Like I got the gold Nintendos a lot in the shop. They were really cool, but like I wish I still had all the collars. They went through the roof. Like the stuff I had, my old inventory sheet was insane. Like retro went through the roof after I sold everything, and we were like so retro tight there. Like we had like my inventory sheet was disgusting. Like there ain't no other game shop that had that, I promise you, especially like retro. You're not gonna go in a game shop and they have 20 plus copies of Mario Kart 64, and like literally I'd stock up all year long. That's why I'd buy it just for Christmas. I'd stock up like crazy, so I was the only place that never would sell out. I didn't have the area, like Video Trader was right by the mall.
Yeah.
Downtown Newark, there's no parking.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to come there. But like I took care of Video Trader, and like we took care of each other. Like I'd refer people there all the time, so he would too. And I know he hated doing this because he started losing customers, but like what happened, he would run out of Smash Brothers and all those real fast, and then he'd call me and see if I have them, and he'd send them. And then a lot of people don't even know about me, and then my prices like would beat everybody's prices, and I'd do like buy 2 get 1 free and not have, you know, full retail on them. Like we hustled there, so then everybody lose their business. They hated it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember that being downtown.
It was a nice little shop. One of them was. A couple of them were kind of sucky. It just depends which run. The last couple of runs we were coming just kind of small. The last one was really small, and we were just getting it kind of grown up. And then I was just sick of my landlords. It was the first time ever I took a loss in business. I've never ever took a loss. I didn't take a loss, but I took a loss.
Yeah.
The comics I sold just to renovate the place, it disgusts me. I sold them. Like otherwise, I would have been selling those books. And
what's the best comic you've had?
The one that got stolen, that would have bought me probably a house. It was Mask Number 1. It's like a 3D cover. It has nothing to do with that mask there, but it's an old one. It's called Mask Number 1. And the condition I had one, I'd probably have it on Heritage Auction right now, and they'd probably give me about, I don't know, I'd get at least 80,000, all the way up to $250,000 on it. And I just like the cover because I always liked black light covers, and I knew it was worth some money, but I never really found out what it was worth until after it got stolen. Wow. It was like disgusting because I didn't know I had one like that. Every now and then, that's the cool thing about comics. Sometimes you'll be going through and you're just like, wow. Like I just listed one recently. I bought out of a dollar bin, but Sold it for like $48.95 recently. I don't really normally sell raws, but I started to.
Yeah.
So now, like when I find, like that was my favorite thing, was go through dollar bins and just find like keys, like $20, $50 keys. It's not easy to do, but you can do it. So like that was always my favorite thing. Now I'm going through my boxes and finding the ones I paid $1 for and sell them for like 30, $50 each.
Nice.
But like, I don't know. I like comics, but I'm kind of sick of them right now because watching like, I wish I had took Ryan's advice. I told him, I said, I got 13 of this one book, and right now it's $70 each. But if I grade it, that'll be like $300-$500. Yeah, those books are like $15 each now. So he had the right idea. He's like, well, sell half of them, then grade half of them. I didn't expect the market just to tumble like that. Because, see, the comic market was following Bitcoin exactly. The graphs was just like, so I'm thinking, that's good. That's a good sign. It's following freaking crypto. I like that. Yeah. Well, it took the opposite direction. Crypto kept went up, comics went down. I lost like 70%. I buy dirt cheap. Like I buy cheap. Like, yeah, I look for like misprices when I'm in the comic shops. I look for stuff that's priced way back then or just trended. Yeah. Like it might be a $5 book and news comes out, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is playing, Secret Wars, blah, 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 blah. Now that $5 book's a $200 book for a brief minute. Yeah. And so it's a spec, but spec sucks right now. Like the movie spec, all of it's not working. It used to be really good. It started with Avengers. Avengers #1 didn't cost much at all back, like not too long ago. Like you could buy a clean copy for probably $3K, like about 15 years ago when I started, well, maybe 15, 20 years ago when I started catching on the comic stuff. And Thanos, before Thanos was a few $100s, you can get you a Thanos first edition. That's thousands now. Like it started with like Avengers and Thanos and like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn used to be in a dollar bin. And that's over $1,000. The Wolverine girl, X23? X22. Yep. Yeah, X23, yeah. Yep. Her first appearance used to be like in the dollar bins too. Huh. Like it's crazy. So like literally you could go through the dollar bin, pull that, and a couple weeks later now they're like her first books, you're getting a few $100 plus. I mean in decent condition, maybe $1,000 in mint. But like it's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm still making money on them, just not very good money. I'm literally got Moon Knights listed right now for disgusting prices, and I hate it. I hate it, man. Like I didn't have the lowest grade Moon Knight I have is a 9.2 CGC, and that's pretty low for me. All the other ones are like 9.4, 9.6, 9.8s, and the price I'm listing them for, as opposed to what I could have got then, is disgusting. I'm below 100 now. I would have got 200 plus. Like half the books I'm selling now. Huh. But I don't think the market's on drop no more, but I can't wait for everything to bounce too. Yeah. So I got to start turning some profits. So I've just been selling. Here's the crappy thing. I want to just sell out and start fresh and work with bigger books now. And because I got books everywhere. In my living room. It's just actually I think I resolved some of that. And there's still a lot in my living room. Yeah, I got probably at least 5,000 books just in my living room. I cleaned up my room, so I did have at least probably close to 5,000 in my room. Wow. And my back room, now they're starting to get all in one area in case I do whatnot, because I hate eBay. Yeah. eBay's stealing from everybody. Man, like I always try to tell Ryan I get taxed a lot. This is how bad eBay's doing me right now. They're charging me a percentage of the tax they're collecting. Tell me that ain't legal. They are charging me fees for the tax they're collecting, I swear. Wow. That's illegal. It's not even in our contract. I even have snapshots. They won't respond back to me. They never do. Yeah. And they've been doing this, and they're probably doing it to every seller. Most people just didn't catch it. Yeah. So, I've sold some big stuff, like big pieces lately. I just sold a Beavis and Butthead, and she's mailing that out right now. Beavis and Butthead, like one of these little backpacks is a big fat. I forget what they're called. But I sold it for $3.95. Wow. And so now tax on that, right? I say, I don't know, we'll say $28, $30, right? So it doesn't sound bad. But at $28, now they're charging me eBay fees. So now I'm getting like, I got to pay almost like $5.50 fees on that for taxes that have nothing to do with me. That is definitely 100% illegal.
Yeah.
What do you do? Nobody cares.
A fee for a fee.
They've been doing this to me for like forever. Like every put it this way. Basically, all I need to know is how much taxes I've collected for them, and then 15% eBay fee. That's how much they owe me. That's a lot, and it makes me not want to sell there. Like I'll quit selling at a place just for a little bit, but like that adds up. I mean, it's an extra $5 I'm being charged on that item. I'm already giving them $60 for selling it, and now I got to give you 65, and then they charge me for they charge you the fee on shipping. You ain't making nothing on shipping. eBay's just crooked, dude. So when it's over and done with, it's more like 20% because they're charging you on things they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And just they're crooked. But now they're charging me on tax. So literally I paid, yeah, I hate it, dude. I'm like taxed to death with them. And it like, it doesn't sound like much, but I mean like, okay, it makes it where I can't sell minimum items to almost below 40. Just that extra, like, it really sounds dumb, but just that extra couple bucks is eaten like from the profit margin area. And sometimes that profit margin, you know, it ain't that big. Like, I don't really sell, like the smallest item I have is probably maybe $20, and it's Star Wars like birthday cards from 1983, I think. It's the first Boba Fett, like you fold it out and it has Boba Fett on it. It has like the whole team, everybody. And they're just birthday cards, the whole pack of them. That's the cheapest item I have in my shop. And they're from like literally 1983. They're cool as shit.
Wow.
I sell one, like I sell a single for like 10. And there's like 8 per pack, or they can buy a pack for like 20. I got a bunch of them. I bought them for 25 cents at Goodwill and just bought them out. They're freaking good sellers. But like eBay takes, like the shipping's stupid on them. And by the time you're done, I mean, I still make money, but like, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
eBay sucks. I don't know if Whatnot's gonna be better, but I'm about to go Whatnot kinda, but I don't really like Whatnot. They'll be good for comics though.
Yeah.
But they're kind of crappy too. It's kind of neat though. They got like pluses, but I don't know. There's a lot of like, I don't know. Like I was winning the freebies a lot there for a while. That Beavis and Butthead, like, it wasn't a freebie, but we won big freebies on like Whatnot. Like we were just constantly 2 phones with us, everybody around the house. Literally for a while, we were on Whatnot craze and like winning silver, winning like, dude, it was crazy. But then when you get this stuff, it's never half of what, like, you know, I want a Tiffany silver Luckett, and this, when you get this stuff, it's never like one of them be like, "Bah, you got $300." It's usually a $30 item. But like I've won like Jordans, I've won like every type of giveaway you can get. But they're like I said, when you get them, they're usually never half of what you can expect. But sometimes you get the real deal, and it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
But like giveaways are kind of cool.
Sweet, dude. I think we're like fucking 2 hours in.
Yeah. So, I just ramble. That's
all
I am, man.
You're good. Got plenty of footage now. But
Yeah, definitely.
anything else you want to say?
I just talk.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Hell yeah.
What time is it?
That's 3:23.
All right. I'm gonna play some poker today.
We're a couple hours in. But hell yeah, dude. So sick.
Do you play poker?
Appreciate you coming in. Not really.
Not really.
Nah, I suck at poker.
I wish I wasn't. We talked about a poker thing here one time, but I've been injured so much, just can't really do nothing. But like, that'd be fun.
Have to have you and Donnie get one together and organize one.
Donnie. We used to play back in the day with Donnie. I think so.
I think he still plays sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I remember playing with. I think we played at a little Italian place back, Sons of Italy maybe. I can't remember. I played with him somewhere.
Is that like a restaurant?
Mm-hmm. I used to do poker there.
There are some people talking about there used to be a place like right here, like right.
You play poker?
Next door or 2 doors down, there used to be like a poker place or something.
There used to be a club across the street called Lucky Leprechaun. That's where I used to make good money. I made $800, I averaged $800 a week there.
Wow.
When I used to work there, and then like I said, I had a bad beat one day. Like I was really good at going with my bank. You just keep a bankroll. Like if you win $800 one night, my bankroll is usually $300. So that means I'm gonna get 5 to the wife. I got 300 to go back the next day. If I lose my 300, then you're done. So you got to keep your bankroll. Like, that's the tough part. But like, I just haven't really got that part down yet.
Yeah.
If I lose, I'm just done. But like, you want to get where you can just keep a bankroll. And the tricky part for me is sometimes when I win big, I don't put enough back for me. Like, I'm putting my winnings back, I'm taking it home, but like sometimes you take too much home.
Then you don't got enough to make more?